Kawasaki ZH2 Best Motorcycle Review, 16V inline 4 with supercharger. So, what is it like to light the fuse on a 197 brake horsepower supercharged super naked? Mental is the obvious answer, but then you'd probably guessed that because the 2020 Kawasaki ZH2 is the most powerful naked we've ever swung a leg over, for now. It's fearsomely fast and overflowing with chirpy, elasticated grunt, but it's also incredibly smooth, friendly and accessible, thanks to clever mapping and electronics that let you squeeze out every last drop out of performance in complete safety. It's lighter in real life than it looks on paper, and its extra kilos give it a sense of grown-upness and a solid connection with the road. It isn't as razor-sharp as a pure super naked or as plush as some, but the ZH2 still impresses in the bends while being comfortable, well-equipped and packed full of supercharged charm. Additional words from MCN contributor John McAvoy, who managed to squeeze in a test on UK roads before the lockdown. Many motorbikes feel like the sum of a collection of parts that somehow combine to make a perfectly decent end result, but every now and then one comes along that just feels like one single, meant-to-be product. Kawasaki's ZH2 isn't just a ZH2 or a super naked as we know it, rather it's a properly sorted machine in its own right. It's surprisingly easy to live with despite being so quick, its electronics are smooth, effective, and despite having little in the way of wind protection, its riding position isn't too extreme, making it easy to live with on the road. If you need any convincing Kawasaki are serious about supercharging, this is it. Ride quality and brakes. In a straight line, the ZH2 is a super naked in every sense of the word, but where its rivals, like the Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory, KTM's new 1290 Super Duke-R, BMW S1000R, Yamaha MT10 and more expensive MT10 SP are paired to the bone for the track and obsessed with lap times, the Kawasaki has some bulk to it. It stomps on the scales at a claimed 239 kilograms, full of fuel, but don't get too hung up on that seemingly stodgy figure. The ZH2 doesn't feel clumsy or ponderous, and instead it nudges easily into corners with the lightest touch on the bars, and anyway, for the road, a bit of weight isn't a bad thing. It gives the Kawasaki a reassuring feeling of solidity, and the ride quality is all the better for its ability to waft over bumps, like a tourer. Engine. Why a super naked needs to have quite so much power is unclear, but we salute Kawasaki for giving us so much of it. Making just 3 brake horsepower less than its ZX10 or sister, the ZH2 force-feeds your senses with unrelenting, genuine superbike levels of acceleration when you hammer its monstrous motor through the gears. Addictive and something you never quite acclimatize to, the Kawasaki howls like a tuned racer on the throttle, and off at the supercharger chirps like a deranged budgie. Reliability and build quality. The Kawasaki is in the super naked league when it comes to cost, but it's neatly finished, well screwed together, and judging by H2 owner reviews, its supercharger technology is robust. Value versus rivals. To run the ZH2 will be on par with any big BHP machine. You'll need to keep it fed with hot and cold running fuel, tires, and insurance won't cheap, but there isn't anything about its supercharger that will make it any different to live with than a normally aspirated machine. Engine service intervals are generous at every 7,500 miles. Equipment. Of all the H2 family, the ZH2 comes with the most feel-good factor, and not only is it rapid, friendly and spacious, it's well-equipped, too, as you'd expect from a naked that isn't exactly cheap. Its lack of a fully adjustable rear shock or semi-active suspension is a bit of a disappointment, and ride quality isn't the last word in plushness. As a result, from 2021 the ZH2 SE became available with semi-active suspension, but the Kawasaki has plenty of other toys to shout about.